What is up, Salem High? It's week 5 here at SHS, and this is SHS Today. I'm Christy Riley, and with me here is Brooke Johnson. Brooke?
Thank you, Christy. Let's jump right into the news. The big news from a week ago was a victory over Pinkerton, 41-28. Pinkerton had a 6-year, 8-0 streak over the SHS football team, but we finally took them down, hopefully for good. And this past weekend, Salem defeated Timberlane 42-14 in a dominating homecoming victory.
I agree, Brooke. The team is surely on a roll and looking great this season. Moving on from football, as we have reported, there are several clubs with open membership that you can join at SHS. One of them is the Best Buddies Club. Let's take a closer look at the mission and activities surrounding the Best Buddies Club here at Salem High School.
Best Buddies is a great way for students with physical and mental disabilities to make friends. We sat down with some of the members to get their take on this program. What is Best Buddies?
Best Buddies is a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing friendship opportunities, leadership opportunities for people with intellectual developmental disabilities, or IDD for short.
What do you do in the program?
This year I'm going to be the social media representative, so I'll be on top of like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
I'm the fundraiser chair, so I have to help come up with fundraisers that will help benefit the club as a whole.
I'm the 2016-2017 chapter president of Best Buddies.
How do you feel being part of the program?
It's so rewarding being a part of the program and just hanging out with all these special needs kids because they're always so happy and they really know how to have fun.
I think Best Buddies is an awesome organization to be a part of. I've personally been able to see how much of an impact it's made throughout our school since I joined my freshman year. I encourage anyone who has the opportunity to join.
It feels great to be helping out with the cause of because I also volunteer at the Special Olympics in New Hampshire, and I understand that a lot of families have difficulty getting their child out there and experiencing these social events. So I think it's great to expose everyone to that.
Are there any fond memories of the program?
One of my favorite things I have to say was the Christmas parade walk. I really enjoy it. We basically do fun things in that organization and get to know kids better. We also do a lot of fun things.
My favorite Best Buddies memory is probably going to the Friendship Walk. That took place in Concord, New Hampshire. It was really fun to go and especially walk with the team and walk with some of my friends, and I was able to meet a bunch of new people. And it was just fun to go out, to the city and get to see around Concord and get to see everywhere and get to see all these new faces. And it was just fun to go with a bunch of people that really had connections, and I got to meet a bunch of new people.
My favorite memory would have been having the opportunity to fly out to Indiana for 5 days this summer to attend the International Local Leadership Training Conference. I got to meet people from all over the world who were involved with their own Best Buddies chapters. I got to meet new people from all over the state. It was probably, I think, one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. So
every year we do a costume Halloween party, and I just think that we all can dress up really funny. And even one year we did a mummy one, and that was really fun because I did it with my buddy Shane, and I just wrapped him up real tight, and it was funny.
We got a chance to talk to Mrs. Hale, one of the teachers who was promoting Best Buddies. When did the program begin?
The program began about 2 years ago, and it began because a student was walking in the Best Buddies Walk for New Hampshire to raise money and awareness for this club, and then we found out about the club so that it could come to the school level. So we got the school involved, and we had about 10 to 15 members that first year, and then it's expanded since then.
How many students do you get regularly in the club?
We typically get anywhere from 20 to 30 students. We've actually grown over the past years, like Mrs. Hill had said, from 10 to 15, and now our first meeting that we had this year, we had 30 people show up.
What exactly does Best Buddies do?
When we're in our once-a-month meetings after school, we do a whole bunch of different activities. Some of the things we've done in the past are we played pie in the face, we've had egg tosses, we've decorated floats, and we've been in the Salem Parade to advertise our club to the community. We really are big on raising community awareness, and everybody just comes and has a great time.
There are absolutely no requirements to join Best Buddies. If there were to be a requirement, it would be someone that wants to come and just have fun with a great group of friends.
Is there any form of communication in the group, like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram?
There absolutely are. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are on Twitter. So you can follow us in any form of that form of social media and find out what we're doing on a day-to-day or monthly basis.
If you have any questions about Best Buddies, either see Miss Mahoney or Miss Hale. They're in the old German room. For now, this is Brendan Nault signing off.
Certainly a great organization to get involved with, and it looks like they are very active in their club. There are a lot of great clubs and activities to join. In fact, Film Club meets Wednesdays in the TV studio, and it's a great way to get involved in an activity.
Also, the video game club is always looking for new members, as many other clubs. Speak to your teachers for more information on how to join a club. Last week, we highlighted the fantastic Auto Tech program here at SHS. And for this week's CTE Spotlight, we take a look at the marketing program headed by Mr. Robinson.
Devin Norris and I wanted to find out what is happening with the future of the Devil's Den. So we spoke to students in the marketing program to find out. Here at SHS Today, each week we highlight a different CTE course to bring light to some of Salem High's greatest opportunities. This week, Devin Norris and I talked to some students and the teacher, Mr. Robinson, of marketing to get their insight firsthand on how the program works and what it offers.
If you were to get involved in marketing, when you do the course information thing, you'd say that you want to take marketing, and then there's a little essay that goes along with it, and then you're enrolled in the course.
If you're interested in marketing, you can sign up through the CTE program, just fill out the essay, and hopefully you get accepted.
If you're interested in selling and promoting products, you can ask Mr. Robinson more details about marketing and enroll in the CTE program.
I am happy I took marketing. I have friends in it, and that's fun. My favorite part of the program is taking field trips because we go a lot of places around the school, and yeah.
I'm happy I took marketing, and my favorite part of the program has to be interacting with other students and being able to promote school spirit.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I took marketing because I like to interact with students in the school and kind of get our name out there, which is fun to do. And my favorite part would be interacting with everyone and getting to sell school items that have our logo on it.
Marketing 2 is different from Marketing 1 because we don't have the Devil's Den anymore, so it's kind of harder to sell, but we're trying to figure out new ways to sell, like selling during class wars and during lunches.
Marketing 2 is way different than Marketing 1. Marketing 1 is you're getting the bases down of all the subjects you're going to learn. Marketing 2 is a year long, and you have much more freedom to do what you want.
Well, first off, Marketing 2 is a year-long program, and Marketing 1 is only a semester class. And in Marketing 1, you don't get as much experience and responsibility as you do in Marketing 2, because now that we know everything about marketing, we get to actually use those strategies and techniques to sell our products, which is nice.
We did work in the Devil's Den during Marketing 1. We were open Wednesday through Friday, blocks 2 and 3, and we had different shifts, and we'd sell waters, shirts, bagels.
Marketing 1, yes, we worked in the Devil's Den. We sold bagels, cookies, different types of food, merchandise, and it was a fun time.
So 3 days a week we got to work in the Devil's Den, and we sold items to people during lunches in Block 2.
This year, we're still trying to figure out what we're going to sell, but right now we're selling Class Wars t-shirts and school t-shirts, and we have these little tumbler cup things, and they have the blue devil on them, and we're going to sell lanyards and all that.
This year we have to go away from the food stuff mostly, but we still have sweatshirts, shirts, long sleeves, hats, just a bunch of apparel.
And this year we're going on a more apparel route, and we're going to sell more shirts and sweatpants and hats and items. We're trying to get out to sporting events and things that people can wear, like bandanas and things like that.
We are gaining valuable marketing experiences program because we do lots of things online, virtual business, so we get to see how the real life works, and then we have the boring textbook work, but it comes along with any course.
It's a good experience because it lets you learn a lot of things, and if you're taking marketing, it's something that you would want to pursue, so it teaches you things for your future.
I'm learning great marketing skills because when I go to college I want to pursue a career in business, so I want to use those strategies to help me in the future.
I want to major in marketing communications, so anything around the advertising realm, I think that'd be really cool.
After marketing in college, I'm looking to pursue sports marketing and work with a professional sports team in the future, hopefully.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
I do miss the Devil's Den.
I really missed the Devil's Den. I really enjoyed going down there and purchasing everything that they had.
At the Devil's Den, I used to buy cinnamon rolls and bagels all the time.
I would get gum mostly. I mean, they don't sell gum in the caf or anything like that. Snacks, they were cheaper and they were better snacks than the cafeteria has.
Do you like the new products marketing has?
They are pretty good. I'm hoping that they're going to get better as the school year goes on.
Yeah, I'd love to represent Salem High with all the apparel they're selling.
I would definitely be interested in some sort of like pom-pom hat that they could sell. That would be pretty cool for going to hockey games and stuff.
We sat down with Mr. Robinson for a future interview to get further information about the marketing program.
I've been teaching business for about 15 years, but last year as part of my schedule, the opportunity opened up to take over the program. So it's an exciting opportunity. It's a learning experience for me as well, but it's been really enjoyable so far in this second year. There is a set curriculum we have to follow, just like any CTE program. Marketing 1's just a semester long, which I have right now, and then they take it their senior year for Marketing 2, which is year long. So there's curriculum we have to follow, but I also try and get them some hands-on experience working in a store setting, dealing with businesses, learning some what we call those soft skills, getting used to dealing with people, whether it's interacting on the phone or in person. So while we do have a curriculum that can involve a lot of the marketing basics, and then promotion, we do a lot with promotions, and then a lot of background as well. There's a variety of things that we cover while they're in there and we have a year and a half to do it. So that gives us enough time usually to cover that curriculum. So I know sophomores do a lot of the tours, the CTE tours. So usually they'll get a chance to check us out, and that's kind of the first time they're really exposed to it. I try and promote as much as I can. I get a lot of sophomore students, so usually word of mouth kind of spreads about it too. Sometimes it kind of promotes itself because we had the Devil's Den in years past, or my big thing right now is having those marketing students out, especially the marketing 2s as well, so that other students can see them and say, oh wow, what's that? What are they doing? What are they up to? So we're kind of big on being visible right now so that the students see what they're doing, and then they go through the process of applying for it. Like I said, we're going to try and be as visible as much as possible, but I encourage students who are interested to talk to the students in the Marketing 1, Marketing 2 classes. We're in a classroom right now. This is kind of our de facto kind of home base for now, but even if students want to come by and see me, I'd love to chat with them for a few minutes because I'd like to see what they're interested in and answer their questions. We're looking forward to anybody that's interested to either talk to students or come and see me, and I'd be more than happy to take some time to sit down with them and tell them what we're all about. Being my second year now, this is the first year where I've seen students kind of come back that I had that first year, and to see them kind of come in ready to go and really wanting to put themselves out there a little bit and to kind of create their own identity. I talk to them a lot about that, and tell them, first, if you're a good problem solver, that's a big key to the program, because businesses are looking for good problem solvers, and that's what a lot of marketing is, trying to figure out the best way to promote a product or whatever. So when I see them kind of working through those things and trying things out, even if it isn't so successful the first time, the effort and what they learn from it is really cool to watch. And then they kind of buy into it more when they see that, and they see the opportunity and they see the room for growth. And I think that's what really kind of, what I like to see most about it, is to see them fully engaged, coming up with their own ideas. I love when they put themselves out there too. When I can kind of step back and play that facilitator role and see what they do. I think that's the most rewarding, especially when it works after a while, when it clicks with them.
I really missed the Devil's Den. I really enjoyed going down there and purchasing everything that they had.
The Devil's Den turned out to be in the plans for the most recent demolition phase, I guess. So we kind of got roped in with the upstairs gym. Now that you have your new forecourt gym, because we were somewhat adjacent to that, finding out in the spring that we are part of those demolition plans. So it's looking rough right now. They've already started to kind of dismantle that area. So I think that was the biggest concern with students coming in. I kind of look at it as a blessing in disguise, because now it's a chance for them to create their own identity. And one of the things we're working on is getting some space right near culinary, closer to culinary, and in that cafeteria area. We have a little spot that we're kind of working on carving out that we can use, that's very accessible through students during that third block, because that's the big part. That that A through D lunch, where we can get students to come in, whether it's apparel or food or whatever. So we do have a spot. We've been in and out right now of that cafeteria selling just T-shirts for Spirit Week and Class Wars. But we are definitely working on a spot that I think is really going to be more advantageous because of its location than what we even had before. So just a little patience on everybody's part, but you'll see us. We're going to be very visible once that happens, and you'll know exactly where we are, but we'll be right near that cafeteria setting. We're on Twitter just like everybody else now. We're trying to keep people updated with what we're doing. In the interim, we're getting exposure out there. We're trying to get students to see what we're doing, and we will have a set location, hopefully within the next few weeks, actually. And in the meantime, we'll be mobile if we have to, to get our name out there. And I'm very excited about what this year is going to be like. So you'll be hearing from us a lot soon. We'll still offer apparel. The Blue Devil apparel is pretty popular. We're looking to expand that a little bit. We did good with winter hats last year, so we're probably going to expand our line there too. And even with some of the shirts we offer, we did short sleeve, long sleeve, and then sweatshirts. But we're looking at some other options, maybe getting more on the supply side too, now that we kind of have that nice new location. It's going to give us a chance to maybe try some other products too, so not just apparel. We're still looking to continue that food relationship. Culinary's kind of getting up and running too. It's still early in the year, so we're still going to look at some food options as well. So we won't rule any of that out. So we want to have more of a variety, so that students see that we're not just going back to what's sold in the past. And I think that's part of developing as a program too. So, and we're going to be working with that and with businesses too. We want to kind of promote some local businesses. We also want to promote a lot that goes on within the school. So if there are other programs that are looking not just for items and apparel, but help in terms of promoting their program or events, that's part of what marketing is too. So if there's any groups, clubs, activities that are looking for some help in terms of getting their name out there, I want to incorporate that too beyond just our store setting, so that we're working on and multitasking a lot. So that's kind of another goal of mine. But you'll see some of the things we offered, and there's going to be some more things too, which is kind of exciting. That's what we should be doing too, is helping other programs, because that should be our specialty. So whether it's coming up with a campaign for a new program or for an after-school activity or club or for some of the sports teams, I want to do that too, because that's a lot of what these students would see if they got into that field too. So the selling environment's nice, but the promotion side too is what we're going to do. And we're going to promote what we sell too a little differently, so that the challenge is on them, not so we sit back and let people come to us, but we get to them. That's one thing we tackle too, is just getting that collective effort together. I mean, we have so many great CTE programs, and we all rely on each other a lot, which I think is kind of cool, and we want to help promote them. And we just feel like that would add, like you mentioned, school pride. I think that's something we talked about a lot early with the marketing too, is we want to instill more of that. And I think, you see that this week with Spirit Week, but what happens after Spirit Week, and we're looking at ways to get everybody involved. There's a lot of excitement, even though there's a lot of construction, but there's a lot of optimism, and I think we need to see that. And it gives the school and the psyche a makeover too. And I think that's what one of our major goals is to promote other programs and to just get other things out there so that people see all the cool stuff that's going on around here. And we'd love to be a part in that. Thanks so much for featuring us. We appreciate it.
As you can see, marketing is a great program, and students are gaining a lot of valuable experience. Stay tuned, as next week we will feature a new CTE.
Looking forward to seeing what the marketing classes come up with, and I am excited to see what the new Devil's Den space looks like after the renovation of the school is complete.
So am I, Christy. Right now we are going to take a short break and show some highlights from an exhibition at last weekend's Salem Fest, held the weekend of September 17th to September 18th. Our own Brenda Nault hosted this exhibition at the Salem Historical Society about the history of the Salem Fire Department throughout the years. Check it out.
Got a quarter?
That exhibition looked great. If you are a fan of history, join the Historical Society on the second Tuesday of every month to witness some really cool meetings. Their last meeting was on hiking the Appalachian Trail, and if you want to become a member, all you have to do is pay $5. See SBD TV's Brendan Nault for more information.
In other news, Spirit Week was last week here at SHS, and it was a week filled with a variety of themed days. We had Hat Day, Pajama Day, and Blue and White Day, to name a few. And it was all capped off by Class Wars. Gianna and Mayi were able to capture some highlights of the week, and they filed this report.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun so far this year. It's not bad. Yeah, I haven't signed up yet, but I'll try to get into something. Pretty fun. I did a hat day today, but hat's in my bag because I don't look good in hats either.
Obstacle course for the Class Wars. I think it's cool. I think it helps bring up school spirit. I wish there was a crazy. Well, I like Hat Day, but I think it's good the way it is. I wish there was Mismatch Day, sorta, instead of Pajama Day.
What are your opinions about Spirit Week?
It's fun. It brings the school together. I never really participated in any other year, but senior year I figured why not? Have fun with it.
Are you going to participate in Class Wars?
I didn't sign up for any events, but I'm going to be there to help support.
Prefer any other event like Sports Day? Would you change it?
I like them as they are. I mean, I prefer Pajama and Hat Day, but all of it's pretty good so far. Never been a big sport person, but I'll wear it to support. You gotta do what you gotta do.
We're all on the field hockey team, so it's really important that we all have school pride because we're representing Salem High in all of our games.
Senior year, so obviously we want to come together for the last time that we'll be at Salem High School.
Your opinions on Blue and White Day?
You see, blue and white's never really been my color, but if it's to support the school, I'm gonna wear it no matter what.
it looks like everyone here did a great job of representing themselves and their respective classes. The freshmen did a great job in their first year at SHS.
Speaking of freshmen, they have a vastly different schedule than the upperclassmen. Christy Riley and Sean Madden decided to investigate and see what they could find out about the freshman schedule and how it differs from the rest of the school schedule.
All high schools have freshmen, and most commonly, they're the butt of all the upperclassmen's jokes. However, there are many questions to ask about the freshmen, and we were able to get some interviews from freshman teachers and former freshmen. Let's check it out.
I actually didn't go to Woodbury. I went to the Birches Academy, but it was a good transition because I knew a few friends here, so I could just sit with them at lunch, or I can just have them help me with homework. So it was just a good transition.
It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be honest with you. Last year, teachers were kind of badgering us about how hard high school is going to be and all that, but as soon as I got here, it was pretty easy.
A lot of people are actually helpful, like the teachers. Even this morning, the teacher was just going to help me get a better test grade, and everyone was just being helpful for each other.
It has most definitely been helpful. My school is pretty small, so going to a bigger school is a lot easier, having more peers to help you out and a lot more teachers. So yeah.
What do you think the purpose is of Freshman Academy?
I'm sure it's just to find yourself.
Probably just to get used to the feel of high school, because sophomore year is probably going to be a lot more difficult. So it's kind of like the in-between of middle school and high school.
The purpose of the Freshman Academy was to help ease the transition of students from middle school to high school. Nationwide, what they found was that transition is very difficult for students, and they struggled, and students who struggle their freshman year tend to be the ones who struggle throughout their high school career and may have trouble graduating. So we wanted to help stop that problem immediately in the freshman class so that they could be successful there and be successful throughout high school. And we found that it did work. We found that course failures dropped, attendance improved, behavior incidents dropped, and not only in the freshman year, but in the following years. So when we compared the 10th grade year of students who'd been in the freshman program to students who had not been, they also had better attendance, had better course success, had fewer discipline issues. So it carried through for all 4 years. We look at the data every single year, and every year our rates continue to go up, and last year we had the best success rate that we've had since the program started. So I'd hate to go back to losing some of that progress that we've made. I think providing the support that they're able to get in their teams has been very important for their success. This class has been very, very good. Really great kids. It's been a lot of fun to get to know them and get to meet with them. And the teachers have been very pleased with how they've been in class.
Do you find the Freshman Academy helpful for students?
I think it provides a nice environment for them to transition, into the high school. At times, it's like anything else. You've got your pros and cons. There are going to be some things that are beneficial and some things that maybe could be done a little bit differently. Some students I feel have benefited quite a bit, and others, maybe we're already ready to have a much more freedom, even as freshmen.
Do you teach any other classes aside from freshmen?
Currently, I'm only teaching freshman classes. We have a team. We're considered Team 2, aka the Wolf Pack, and we have the same group of students that we share, and we're all currently just teaching only freshmen.
How was your class this year?
I would say that all 4 of my classes are off to a great start. They're doing nice work. All nice kids, very respectful, working hard, and that's all we ask. We can definitely accomplish great things when that's the case.
How was the transition from Woodbury to high school?
At first it was kind of hard, but with I don't know, it was easy because of all of our friends and stuff.
I think the teachers helped a lot.
Was the Freshman Academy helpful or not? Why?
I think the Freshman Academy was helpful because they helped us transition and get used to having a lot of more classes and work so that we'd be better students for the rest of high school.
Yeah, I think it helped also because like I feel like everybody's biggest fear going into high school is dealing with all like the seniors and everybody, and it kind of separates us at first, so it's an easier transition.
What do you think the purpose is of Freshman Academy?
I think the purpose is just to help us have a smoother transition so that we're not as stressed out when we have tons of classwork and more classes and harder teachers and harder subjects.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is a good way to introduce freshmen to the high school experience.
Yes, it does, Brooke. Well, that is all the time we have this weekend, and we are so glad you could watch the show. I'm Christy Riley.
And I'm Brooke Johnson.
Have a great week, Salem High.